what drives you to do all this? Like, I'm looking at you and I'm like, I'm seeing what you did in college, and I'm like, okay, check, makes sense what you're doing now. But I'm like, not everyone does this, right? Like, not everybody cares enough to. But there's something about Mallery. There's something about you, dude, that you're like, you want to go there. You want to show up. Like, what? Do you know that? Like, do you know that is not like your average person? Like, you are a champion.
Oh, sister,
I'm seeing. Yeah, do you recognize like your history here? Like,
I'm getting a little emotional because sometimes like I don't think about it. I'm just always so used to just like you saw me, being from the South. I'm like, are you good? Are you good? Like I'm always used to making sure everyone else is good. So I never take a moment to just be like I never think about it, because it's just always a continuum.
Why do you care so much? What makes you care so much?
I think because it could be me, and then you think about, when you relate to what's going through, when you see other people. And I think just the fact that like kindness is so key.
Yeah.
And when we don't give that in the world, we offer and allow ourselves to, have a lens of judgment and discrimination and bigotry. And that's not, so I was like, if I don't speak up, and I was scared, don't get me wrong, like I'm an 18-year-old, 16-year-old kid, like I'm like, who am I? This big
You're still scared though.
7 billion people. I'm like, I don't know who's crazy and who's not, and and so I was, worried, but I had to, sister, I had to be like, someone has to. So, and don't get me wrong, like I've had scary moments where I've been in the mall back when I was in college and had someone like, question my gender identity and try to attack me, and it was, again, good people. My friends in college, my freshman year, who was like, oh no, you're not going to touch her. No, man, I think it was like guardian angels and spirits. And I was like, thank you for keeping me safe. But if I had been by myself, right, in some of these situations, like, I really don't know where I would be.
Wow.
So that is how I've kind of just, I never think about the work that I do, but thank you for
oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like,
you do such great work too.
I mean, no, you're like, you're dealing with, and I do want to talk about obviously her podcast, but I also want to like give acknowledgement to you and your experience.
Thank you.
And to have someone who has the grace that you have, the empathy, like it's really cool. So yeah, I want to just like I want to understand who this person is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just continuously like knowing that there's a bigger cause than myself.
Okay.
I think so many, especially now, when I look back now, 18 years ago, when I started, while trans and anti-LGBTQ policies were always kind of like being put into place.
Yeah,
it's like extremely high now, Jackie. And so I think looking back at my life, there was almost like this calling. Well, I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this because someone has to. And I didn't care if I got hurt.
Wow.
And I come from, and you asked me as well, like the people. So I talk about this a little bit, but not too much. But my maternal grandfather, he's a civil rights activist, and he worked alongside with Malcolm X.
No way.
And seriously, he's a Black Panther, former Black Panther.
Oh my God.
He's like, I put those dates.
So it's in your blood.
It's in my blood. And my great grandmother walked along with the Selma March and the Boys Boycott with Rosa Parks.
Wow.
So I come from this outspoken Caribbean, Haitian, indigenous family that's just like, oh no, like, and you speak up, you show up, and that I think for me is just kind of, it's ingrained in me and my DNA to not stay silent. So that